My name is Pedro. I am fortunate. Thanks to God, I live a comfortable life. The kind of life you and I assume everyone on earth enjoys. My life is full of options. I have the opportunity to create an infinity of new choices for myself. On my right is Cartagena, Colombia's most popular tourist destination, and what I've called home for most of my life. It's an amazing town with some of the hottest nightclubs, restaurants, and the most gorgeous historical sites. On my left is Tierra Bomba. Though this island is a part of Colombia, a mere 2.5 miles from Cartagena's coast, it's a completely different world. Its nearly 10,000 inhabitants aren't so fortunate though. They have few choices. Their community is plagued by pollution, a lack of housing, and a lack of clean, affordable drinking water. The conditions in which they live have made me realize just how much change is needed. I realized that my so-called normal life distanced me from the plight of others. I was 24 when I first came to Tierra Bomba. I lost my father when I was 11 years old, but he left me some property and enough wealth to secure my future. I decided to sell one of the properties and use the proceeds to build a small hotel, what I would call the Vista Heroica. I thought the island of Tierra Bomba would be the perfect place for it. After all, it was so close to Cartagena, it just made sense. When I arrived though, Tierra Bomba was like a ghost town. Like many other nations around the world, Colombia has its own history of discrimination, the results of which have led to Tierra Bomba's current circumstances. Nonetheless, I couldn't believe there was no presence of the Colombian government whatsoever. There was no reason why any tourist would want to come here. At that point, it would have been easy for me to turn back on the situation and return to Cartagena. But I saw too much potential in the community and the island to do so. When I told my uncle of my plans in Tierra Bomba, he told me how my father had intended to do exactly the same thing. My father wanted to be a part of positive change in Colombia by improving the community and the outcomes for his fellow citizens. I had no idea that I was fulfilling one of my father's dreams by joining a movement to unify and improve my home nation. Since discovering my father's wishes, I became even more inspired. And more than inspired, I became a Tierra Bombero. I got to know my fellow Colombians. I made friends. We earned each other's trust and respect. From them, I learned the power of the human will to survive even in the face of great obstacles. From me, they learned the many opportunities they have in life. Together, and with others' help, we've begun to overcome the island's many issues. We've begun to turn the island's trash into treasure by recycling and repurposing it to build homes and community centers, thus tackling both the island's pollution and infrastructural issues at the same time. These are eco-bricks. They're simply discarded bottles filled with sand and other non-biodegradable waste materials. This eco-brick initiative has enabled us to provide jobs not only for single mothers, but for others desperately in need of income. On May 17, 2012, we held our first recycling festival. We've recycled 25 tons of garbage, and we're moving forward in our goal to clean up and repurpose all of the trash on the island in order to promote a booming island tourism industry, thus providing Tierra Bomberos with a vocation that will put their destiny back in their own hands. We've continued our mission, and we're gaining momentum with each annual event. But we're just getting started, and there's much more work to do. The more time I spend on Tierra Bomba, the more I reconsider my definition of normal. The Colombia in which I grew up, a place of such awesome opportunity for some and such despair for others, was once my normal. But I love my country, and there's no reason why we all can't benefit from the beautiful spirit of all of our people. There's no reason why we can't choose to create a new normal right here, right now. We have yet another option, yet another choice. We can continue to live an easy, comfortable existence while ignoring the needs of others, or we can live a truly good life by helping people in need. I've made my choice. To me, and hopefully to you, that choice is clear. To me, it is common sense.